If you take out Virat Kohli, man, you don't have a team. And who cares how many trophies they win without Virat Kohli? He is the life of this franchisee. And if you ask any RCB fan, including me, if you ask them, would you rather have 10 trophies or Virat Kohli? Without thinking, they'd say Virat Kohli.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hit Cricket, your source for cricket analysis, commentary, and fun. We have a lot of fun around here, as you know. So, I'm Sean, the host, and I'm joined by two cricket fanatics of over 10 years, Nanish and Rahul. Today, we're going to talk about fan favorites, RCB. Obviously, you know, RCB fans are super vocal about how they want the team to be run and how they perform. And we got our good friend Rahul here, who's a massive RCB fan, and he has been for a long time. So we're really excited to get into this with you guys. And will this finally be the year where RCB can win the cup? Is it?
Isala.
Is it? We'll find out this year. But let's first start with the retentions they made a couple weeks ago. First, with obviously their marquee player, King Kohli, Virat Kohli, retained for 21 crores. What is there more to say about King Kohli? He was the orange cap of the previous IPL season, and he's just been so consistent for RCB year in, year out, as well as for India at the international stage. So, what do you guys think of the retention of Virat Kohli and whether his price was justified?
Price being justified? Are you kidding me? Give us 10 trophies or give us King Kohli. We'll choose King Kohli any day. That's what he means to our team, RCB. He's been here for 17 years. He'll continue to be here till the day he plays the rest of his career. I don't care about 21 crores. I'd even pay my whole budget to keep that one man here in RCB. He's RCB. RCB is him. Remove him. We don't have the team. We don't have the fans. We don't have anything. Virat Kohli is the soul of this team. I don't care. Like 21 crores. I don't care if we pay him that much. I don't care if we pay him more than 3 crores. I don't care if he gets ducks in test matches. I don't care if he gets bowled to full tosses. I don't care what on earth happens. We are represented by Virat Kohli, and that one man is our entire franchise. And I don't care how many captains come and go. I don't care how many people troll us. Virat Kohli is RCB. RCB is Virat Kohli. Absolute no-brainer. I don't care if I pay him 30 crores, 40 crores, or 21 crores. He is RCB. He is our life. Absolutely. Keep him, and he'll stay here forever and ever. End of discussion. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add
Yes.
on.
There's nothing else to say. He is like Rahul has covered everything. Like it's a good price for him. Just wanted to say that says that RCB is a player-based team, not
Player-based team are okay. I'm sorry, but like he's been here for 17 years with us. He literally values loyalty more than money, and he's ours. I don't care what you say. You can call us a player-based team. You can call us whatever. Virat Kohli is RCB. RCB is Virat Kohli. There's nothing else to it. Without Virat Kohli, RCB is not a team. Virat Kohli holds this team together. His energy and passion is what brings RCB together. If you take out Virat Kohli, man, you don't have a team. And who cares how many trophies they win without Virat Kohli? He is the life of this franchisee. And if you ask any RCB fan, including me, if you ask them, would you rather have 10 trophies or Virat Kohli? Without thinking, they'd say Virat Kohli. Because he's the soul of our franchise. Trophies can come and go, but not such a legend and such a marquee player. And he's more than a player. He's basically the soul of
some.
this franchise and
So
basically the
is
life of this franchise.
IPL about a player or is it about winning trophies?
That's a good question.
We RCB fans don't look at players as just human beings. We look at them as an emotion, as a family. And we don't care about trophies. Trophies can come and go, boss. Trophies are stuff that happens. You can win any year, but a loyalty, a connection like
Any
this is
year, but
not
it's been
something you
16
get.
years. It's been 16 years. There's been zero trophies for RCB.
So, like, what can we do about that? Happens. We've made eight, 9 playoffs. RCB's made 8, 9 playoffs. They've come close on multiple occasions, but it's not meant to be. But this connection is something no one can take away, and no one can say they've had such a connection. Even CSK, if you talk about Dhoni, he wasn't there for 2 years. He's the only player who stayed on our franchise for the entire time of the IPL, and he deserves to be here. And we RCB fans value him more than anything else. End of discussion.
That's a fair point. Do you think Virat could take over the captaincy this year? Because as you mentioned, that fiery passion and leadership are two things that really stand out about him. And last year, we got to see that, but it was Faf leading the charge for them. So do you think he'd take over the captaincy this year?
There were
Absolutely.
rumors that Virat Kohli would come back as a captain this year since they have released their captain who was leading them for like past since past mega auction. So they're looking for a new captain. If not, they will go back. I think we'll talk more about who they're trying to get um in the future. But like, if they do get a captain material, they'll probably give it to him, or else Kohli will be leading the pack again.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I want Virat Kohli back as captain. That energy, that passion, I don't think anyone else can bring to this team and to the IPL that Virat Kohli can bring. He's a brand, man. Just put him on the screen and you'll see the viewership increase multiple folds. And he's no matter what, he's not won a trophy. His batting is exceptionally good, especially when he captains. So I want to see the best of Virat Kohli with the bat and the best of Virat Kohli on the field. What? Why are you shaking your head? What about that 973 run season in 2016 where we almost won the trophy and won the finals? He was captain, right?
Almost.
And he just brings that
Almost.
energy to the table. He just brings that energy to the whole team. He uplifts the whole team and each youngster on the team. And I know he can do that not as captain as well, but let's be honest, that fiery passion is a bit missing when he's not captain. And I feel that uplifts the whole team. And you don't have to go looking around for captains in the auction as well if you have Virat Kohli as your captain. So it saves you a lot of options in terms of who you can use your budget on, and also just brings in the whole atmosphere into a joyful mood and a very intentful mood in Virat Kohli's captain. So it's a no-brainer for me. Kohli should return.
Yeah, completely makes sense to me. Let's talk about the next retention, though. And this is a pretty underrated one, in my opinion. Rajat Patidar got retained for 11 crores by RCB. Before the last IPL season, he struggled a bit in the India Test team, as we know, and that form carried over into IPL 2024 for a couple games. But then he really started firing when RCB was on the comeback trail after that rough start, and he had a many crucial quick fire 50s in there that set them up really great definitely in a couple games right there. So, what are your guys' thoughts on him and whether the
Uh,
price is fair?
I
If
think
Kohli's the
I
king, he's the prince.
Okay, I think 11 crores for him is justifiable because we've seen how he can perform under pressure. Like example, I think previous to like 2 years ago when they played LSG in that playoff match, he scored a century plus not out, I think. Uh, against LSG, and that showed his potential. He came in as a replacement player for RCB, and now he just got retained for 11 crores. See, I feel like player like him should not be released, and like I like how RCB has stuck to him, even though he did not consistently put up performances up to his level in the beginning of last year. But that incredible comeback that RCB had last year, he showed his like power and what he can do with the bat. That's the reason I think RCB has gone back to Rajat Patidar for 11 crores.
Yeah, he was
Thanks, Nani.
exceptional against spin also last year. I mean, he was bashing everyone. It was crazy to see.
Yeah, thanks, Janish. Even though we didn't agree on Virat Kohli, at least we're on the same wavelength now. So, but yeah, Rajat Patidar, 11 crores. I think he'd go more in the auction. We've seen Manish Pandey go for 11 crores, man, 6 years ago. You think Rajat Patidar won't go for 11 crores? Absolutely justifiable price. You could see how he was just dominating spinners last year in the middle overs and just completely took spinners out of the equation. If CSK has a Shivam Dubey, we have a better version of that in Rajat Patidar, in my opinion. Yes, Shivam Dubey can bowl, but that's a different topic. But Rajat Patidar is an absolute class act. And he's not only a demon against spin, he can also play some quality shots against pace. Like we saw last year against Punjab Kings, he played a dashy 50 where he was able to hit the pacers as well as the spinners. And against SRH last year, he played that astonishing 20 ball 50 where he took down Mayank Markanday for 4 sixes in a row. I mean, it's one of those shots which he just hit from outside off stump on the wide line to extra cover for six is something unbelievable and out of the ordinary. And like you said, he was one of the main reasons for RCB's comeback. And it's not only the batting, but it's also the character to come out of a streak of low scores where you're almost down in the dumps. The team is down in the dumps. You're not in the best frame of mind to uplift your team as well as your own game and come back and score runs and take your team to winning positions to qualify from a situation out of nowhere. That's what matters more to me, the character of the man as well as his batting. So absolute no-brainer, love the retention.
The only concern I have for Rajat Patidar is his age is around 31. I'm not sure if he is the young player that they were looking to groom. But again, he can play for another 6 years. I feel like if his fitness is good, and I mean, he's not a young player, but it's a decent player.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're looking at retaining for the next 3 year cycle, right? In this process. So I think Rajat Patidar would suit that next 3 year cycle and potentially beyond as well. I don't know if he's being looked at as the next captain or something because he doesn't have that age on his side. I don't know if he has much leadership aspects on his side either, but he can definitely be a leader around the team, but not a captain who represents the team from the front, but an outstanding batter who has no pressure and just plays his game. So in that way, I think it's a very good retention for 11 crores.
Absolutely. And he played his role to a T last year, striking out 177. They couldn't be more happy to take him, in my opinion. So let's move on to the next one. Another underrated one, Yash Dayal, who had an incredible comeback last year, as I'm sure you all know. He is getting retained for 5 crores, which is, I'm pretty sure it's the same price as he was last year, if I'm not mistaken. So he,
What a comeback he has had
yeah.
from what he has faced against when he was in Gujarat Titans. What Rinku, I mean, Rinku did his job, but again, he had to be on the other side of it. But to come back from what he had to go through, like his fever and also changing his like bowling a little bit. Now he is a lethal like. I wouldn't say like a most destructive bowler, but he is one of the bowlers that can supply wickets to their bowling lineup. That's why I think RCB. One thing I agree on is like they did good job on keeping their trust in Yash Dayal, who did get them few those crucial wickets last year, and yeah, I mean I think he can continue his form. I'm just proud of RCB for continuing with him. One thing.
See,
I'm proud
I'll
of
be
RCB.
honest. Yeah, I'll be honest. I was watching the auction with these guys last year, and when I saw Yashdale's name came up and RCB start bidding for them, I was pissed off. I was like losing my brain cells because I was thinking we need good bowlers, and I don't know why we were bidding for Yashdale because my mind was just on the Rinku Singh 5 6s, demolition over. I didn't think about the previous stuff he did, the stuff he could have done later on. I was just thinking about that Rinku Singh mind block, and when they took him for 5 crores, I was so confused what they were doing, and I did not support the decision one bit. But after seeing him bowl with the new ball and his composure at the death, I realized how totally wrong I was and how it's so wrong to make a conception on just one bad match or one bad phase in your life. And hats off to Yashdale and the RCB management for, bringing him out of that stage in his life and giving him an opportunity to shine. And it teaches me and all of us a lesson to not put down one player just by one incident in his life and that anyone can bounce back at any stage in his career. And it's truly lesson for everyone to learn, and it's a real feel good story that someone who is that low in his career has been able to rise up and be one of RCB's top 3 retentions and a key player in their plans moving forward. So yeah, I mean, he completely changed what I thought about him, and he's an outstanding bowler, bowling very well with the new ball, and has shown composure at the death, especially in that last game against CSK, and in previous matches where he's able to swing the ball up front and also pick wickets and be economical at the death. So outstanding retention, especially as an uncapped player. And I just want to say one thing. Everyone is saying, why pay 5 crores for him? Why not 4 crores? Save that 1 crore somewhere else. But see, RCB wanted to keep because they paid him 5 crores last year. They didn't want to degrade his price. They wanted to give him the money that he's worth. So that's why they paid that extra crores. They didn't think about saving the money. They wanted to value the player instead. And that's why I said RCB is like a family and they value their players more than just human beings. And I really love this retention as well. All three retentions are first class A+ retentions in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And that is it for the retentions. So in the next video, we're going to be going over the released players and our thoughts on those people. And one of the big ones is Mohamed Siraj, who, to the surprise of many, was not retained via RCB, DSP. So we'll talk about that in the next video.